What's going on, everybody? It's me, from 4Man Gaming, back with another video. In the last video, I gave you guys a little tutorial on how to sign up for the ZRP CAD system. This time, I figured we would switch it up a little bit, because if you guys haven't been keeping up with the Discord recently, I have actually gotten a brand new microphone setup, an XLR microphone, complete with the mixer that you see here. This is the Mackie Mix8. So this is an 8-channel mixer, but you can see it only goes up to 6. So you're asking, why is that? Well, in this video I'm going to try to explain that to you, along with giving you guys a few tips and tricks on how to use this, along with a general overview of this particular mixer. Now, I've had this for about a week, and I have had no complaints. I have 0 complaints about this mixer. It is a very, very good mixer for the price, and it sounds amazing. Now, part of that has to do with the Audio-Technica AT2035 microphone, which there will be a review coming of this microphone later on down the line when I get more free time and such, because I am streaming on Twitch a lot, as you guys are aware. Anyways, let me take you on a little tour of this mixer and show you how I personally use it. Now, when I'm using this thing, first of all, right up here you have 2 mic inputs. You got XLR mics inputs, and you got some 1/4-inch TRS jacks right here. Down below those are your gain knobs. You can adjust those to get it sounding really, really good. Below that, you actually have EQ knobs. This is one of the big things for me. This is why I wanted to pick up this mixer to begin with, because it has actual equalizer adjustments. You have highs, mids, and lows that you can use to fine-tune the sound of the microphone to your preferences. Now, channels 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6 all have these EQ inputs. Now you can see channels 3 and 4 are combined, and 5 and 6 are combined. Now, you're probably asking, Ford, why do they call it the Mix8 if some of the channels are combined? Now, the reason for this is, I believe, because of the size. I think they had to combine some channels to cut down on size on the sides of the mixer itself. Now, don't quote me on that. I don't know much about this mixer. All I know is it's an amazing mixer for the budget. Moving on, the rest of the inputs are TRS. So for channels 3, 4, 5, and 6, you have auxiliary TRS jacks. Now, I have personally used this mixer with my DJ controller, my Pioneer DJ SX2, with the booth out going into this mixer, because I can fine-tune that. As you can see, I actually got the bass boosted on channels 3 and 4 for the mixer itself for the DJ controller input. You also have aux return channels on TRS, CR out, and aux send on TRS jacks. And you also have main out, which is what I'm using on TRS jacks. Now, one of the interesting things about this mixer is it's got RCAs out in the form of tape inputs. So you can have tape in or out. Now, in all the videos that I have watched on this Mackie Mix8 mixer, the biggest thing, my biggest complaint with those videos, is they don't go into detail on how these inputs work. And I'm going to resolve that with this particular video right here. Now, with tape in and tape out, you can use tape out as the main output for your setup. I have used this, and no other video on YouTube shows that you can actually do this. So for those of you guys who are wanting to get this mixer and you're wondering, can you use the RCA outs on tape out? The answer is yes. You can use that as your output source if you feel like it. Now, I did get a new cable. I did get a U-green adapter that goes from TRS to 3.5mm audio jack, and I also got this high quality Cable Matters 6-foot XLR cable. I actually got 2 of them, and I'm using them together to form a 12-foot chain. Now, as you can see, I'm not using much on the mixer. I'm only using the channel 1 mic input, XLR, and the main out for the audio. Because the main reason I got this mixer is just to run my AT2035 my AT2035 microphone. Now, One thing I do want to note about this mixer is if you have a microphone like mine that requires 48 volt phantom power, here is your phantom power right here. That is your 48 volt phantom power that you can use for basically whatever you want. Whatever microphone needs that needs 48 volt phantom power. Anyways, moving on down to EQ. Sorry, this video is all over the place, guys. You have auxiliary controls here, so you can adjust if you have, I guess, an auxiliary device plugged in. Because all of these channels, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, have line-in inputs. Those are what the TRS jacks are for channels 1 and 2. You can control that using this, which actually might come in handy for me because I may end up using channels 1 and 2 for my microphone for my DJ controller setup. Other notable things about the mixer, you do have an audio mix thing right here. It shows you what you're peaking at. Now you guys can see, if I move closer to my microphone, you can see it will start to light up. Now one thing to note is, depending on your volume levels, you may or may not actually see any lights light up on this mixer. It just depends on your setup. It depends on what kind of setup you do actually use. Going back to the tape output real quick, what you can do with the tape output is you can put tape in, and if you click this button down, that to main button, you can send whatever is going into tape in to the main out. So if I was running the main booth out on my DJ controller, my master out, I can run that into tape in RCAs, press that to main button, and it will send it right into the main output going right into my computer. So that is basically everything you need to know about the mixer. If you have any further questions, be sure to let me know down in the comments below, and I will try to reply to you as best as I can. If you do end up getting this mixer, I highly suggest you get some high quality excuse me. If you do end up getting this mixer, I highly suggest you get some higher quality cables, because you may run into issues. The cables that come with this mixer may end up dying fairly soon after you get this mixer. So I didn't want to take the risk. I got these U-ring cables. I'll have links to these cables I'm using, these TRS cables, and the Cable Matters XLR pack that I got, along with the mixer itself. I'll have all of that information down in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.